Welcome back. Already said in the introduction part, to start JavaScript program we need two things. One is a browser, another is any editor, right? So I'm using the Chrome. You can use Firefox, you can use anything, Internet Explorer or anything, so right? And you need the editor. Here I am using Sublime Text. You can use normal Notepad, Notepad++, and Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text, anything, right? So you need to just write something here, and to show that things what actually you have written, you need a Chrome. Inside the Chrome, actually JavaScript already installed. Currently we are using the JavaScript V8 engine. These are the engine to run a JavaScript program, right? So first thing first, if you just going to start any JavaScript application, you can create any file anywhere of your system. So I just created a JavaScript tutorial folder. This is a blank folder right now inside my desktop, and that open into my Sublime Text. And here actually I want to create a new file. Suppose index.html. okay, index.html. I just going to write index.html, and I am preferring that Sublime Text. Why? Sometime we need any help from the editor per side also. Like if I just going to write HTML here, you can see that only HTML I typed, and you can understand that full HTML structure is added into my editor. So using the help of the Sublime Text, right? So first thing, this is the doc type is HTML, and this is the HTML open tag and close tag. Inside that we have the body part and the head part, okay? And inside the head part just write JavaScript tutorial, okay? And you can write anything. This is body, okay? And if you just going to run this, so simply just run using Chrome, right? So any browser. So this is body, you can understand, okay? Now here if I just going to start output from JavaScript, right? So here is my editor. I just removing these things. I don't need this. I want to write that things using the JavaScript. You can write JavaScript code in two way. One is internally and one is externally. Means if I just going to create a separate JS file, like if I just going to create a HTML file, my extension is .html, and if I just going to create any JavaScript file, the file extension should be .js. So step by step I will going to show you these things. First of all, if I just going to write JavaScript code into my normal HTML page, so how I can write this? Simply just here inside the head tag I can start the JavaScript code. So here just going to write a script tag, okay? So script tag will use to write any JavaScript tag or JavaScript code. So this is the type text JavaScript, it's already added. So as we are using the smart editor, right? And here to get something from the JavaScript, we can print some data in the four ways, right? Suppose if I just going to write in this way, suppose document dot write, okay? And here if you just write hello world, this is a common things, right? Hello world. And simply if you just refresh that things, you will get the hello world in. So this is the way we can print some things. Means using document.write we can print something. And another way, if I just going to write suppose I just want to see as an alert, we can print that things also. So if I just going to write alert, then you will get inside this, means you will get a pop-up and you can print the output what you want to. So here I just written the hello world, and you can see this. The thing is, if I just going to any data, or if I just going to print any string type data, that time you can use double inverted comma, or simply you can use single inverted comma. The output will be the same. Okay. And just refresh this, you will get the hello world still, right? So you can use double inverted comma or second inverted comma, but you need to use the semicolon at the end of your line. Okay, so alert is actually for a function, and if I just already use this document dot write, these are also a function. So if you just use these things also, you will get the hello world, means all are the same, and this is a way to display the output. Another thing, if I just going to see the output from the console, so if you just going to inspect this, you will get a section. This is the console section. So here you can print the output. Simply if I just write console dot log, then you will get the output here, hello world, not the document, means not the web page. You will get that things. Okay, and another part to display any output, there is the using document, we can display some data by using id, by using tag, or any class name. Means inside HTML we may have any div, and here if you just write some things, and if you want to print the data into that particular div, then you can use that, right? So if I just going to use the id, suppose I just provide here id, and suppose id is panel, and if I just going to add the data into this div, then how can I do this? Simply you can write document dot get element by id. Okay, and here we need to provide the id what actually I written. Okay, so this is the id dot inner html. Okay, html equal to the hello world. Okay, so I can print this hello world into this div. So if I just refresh this console, sorry, not console, it will be document. Okay, document dot get element by id. Now if I just refresh this, so here you can get a different type of error. Means as a developer, if you just going to use any JavaScript framework, you need to check all time console, because the console is the place where you can see what is the problem of JavaScript. So here you can see the cannot set properties of null, right? So this is the good things, and this issue should be solved, and this is a common issue. Sometimes you will find, but you will not get the reason why we are getting this null, right? So actually JavaScript code executes from very top to bottom approach, right? So when this page is running, it reads the HTML head, meta section, then script section, then title and div. But here my purpose of that code is that you want to print some result into the panel, but if I just run this and panel is not there, means when we executed that code, it's executed, but that time panel is not executed, means this div are not created. That before the creation of this div, this command is ran, that the time this error is happening, right? So the solution is, if I just use this script tag here, means in the bottom, means after creating this div section, if I going to set the hello world into this panel, you can get. So now if I refresh this, you will get the output hello world. Okay, sometime in your mind you will get some questions like, where should we declare the script tag, on the top section or the bottom section? I will use the bottom section, because sometimes if the div are not created and you executed that code, that time you will get error. Okay, So this is the one approach to run any JavaScript program. So here I just added this script tag inside my .html page, right? So now if I just going to create separate JS file or JavaScript file, and I want to run that things from there, how can I do this? Means I want to use the JavaScript code externally. How can I do this? So simply just create another file. Suppose just create common .js, okay, and here I will write my JS code. So as we are creating .js file, we don't need to mention this script tag. So simply just write something, suppose console, or simply write document. Okay, I want to print document dot write, and here write JavaScript tutorial. Okay, and I want to get this output. So inside the script tag, I also need a script tag to include this JS file. Means here simply write script, open and close, and here I will just mention the source, means from where we will want to fetch. Okay, source, and here my JS file name is common.js. So simply common.js. Great. Now I just going to refresh that things. You will get the JavaScript tutorial, but inside this page there is no here JavaScript tutorial is present. It's a getting from here. Actually there is JavaScript tutorial written here, means don't confuse, this is the heading. Okay, I am changing the first JavaScript tutorial. Okay, and let's refresh. You will get things. Also it will work the console.log from here also, means just like we use in the normal page, on the same page you can use from external also. Alright, so you are getting in the console. The thing is, what is now the problem is, if I just going to do the same things, I want to print the text into this div, then how can I do this? So simply I know that what to do. So simply I just write document dot get element by id dot mention the id. So here my id is panel. Okay, so simply write panel and just use inner HTML. Okay, and just write the first JavaScript tutorial. Okay, so add word wrap. Okay, so first JavaScript tutorial. Now if I just refresh this, we'll get the same error. Okay, cannot set properties of null string, because the same error coming because the div is not generated. Actually it's calling that things and it's automatically called in from here, and that time the div is not present. So the problem is, if I just going to add this script, actually it's working as async. Okay, by default it's working as asynchronous way. Now if I just going to load the JavaScript file after completion of HTML page execution, then we can use some defer keyword. Okay, so these are the keyword we can use that so that the HTML page is load first, and after that the defer section, means common just did load. Then if I just refresh this, we'll get the output. So you will get the little understanding and overview of how JavaScript program works and how to write your first code. I think you can understand clearly. So next we will discuss JavaScript variable, right? So please like and subscribe this channel for upcoming video. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.